Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. So I have a little tray of stones and I wanted to share this. This is a fire agate. It's not completely finished. I don't know what that's called in geology where they bring out the properties or the shininess of it, but a friend of mine gave this to me when I was living in Mexico, and he had I guess it's a fire agate mine that was given to him. So he found this piece and was, working on shining it up, but gave it to me. Had such an interesting backstory. Oh, it's 11:11 as we're starting to film this. And fire agate, it's protection, vitality, grounded confidence, and inner fire. So there's a protective shield about it. It's rooted strength, controlled passion. It's like a disciplined fire. And then sexual and creative vitality, sensual presence, okay? So I wanted to share that as we're getting closer and closer to the official Lunar New Year, which is obviously the year of the fire horse, and it's a new moon, and it's also an eclipse. We won't be able to see it. I think it's mostly if you live in Antarctica or places like that. So if you do, that's really cool. But, think about it as, what fire burns away and then what grows in that really rich soil. Because when a fire happens, it reignites the soil with a lot of vitality so that new plants can grow. So it seems on the outside destructive, but what comes from that is fertility. And remember, we see the Empress card coming out quite a bit. So I wanted to share that. Okay. So today also is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. On that really mundane level, I love each and every one of you, and thank you for being in my life and supporting me on this journey. I'm really grateful to have you here through all the ups and downs. It's nice to know that there's others out there that share the same heart, share the same spirit. So thank you. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. We just had yesterday Saturn move from Pisces to Aries. It will not return. Oh, wow, that was tough, right? We are tired of being disciplined. Okay, so let's see. Now that, that is fully behind us, what can we look forward to now? So do your best to get rest, drink water, because you've been through a long part of a race. If you think about the Olympics that are happening right now, imagine after those athletes do those really hard routines, or what is that called? The half pipes or the moguls. Like, that's not easy, okay? So after that, what do? The rest, the rejuvenation. They get a smoothie with all kinds of things handed to them. They do those ice baths. It's things like that to cool down after like a fire moment. So know that these things are going to happen in our lives. It's not that we're avoiding them. It's just knowing how to put forth our best effort and recover, in the strongest way that we can. And to be, practical. Like I think about Lindsey Vonn. She tore her ACL and then still competed. And then they had to airlift her because her leg broke. I respect that drive, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you can barely walk with a torn ACL, let alone ski in a race. But I guess, sometimes if we try to prove too much, we get hurt more. So it's knowing when to hold them, when to fold them. I think that's also like an old country song, but being wise. This is that wisdom time in your life where you're like, actually, I know I want to do that and prove something, but I'm not going to. You're going to save yourself pain, okay? Because our tests and our trials, they can get more intense as we go because we're not wanting to learn, okay? So that's why these things seem to escalate before they de-escalate. All right, so let's see what the messages are. And has anyone gone and seen Wuthering Heights? I went inside yesterday. It does not go with the story at all. However, the lead is quite handsome. So, sometimes that's all you need, right? Okay, so King of Cups. Remember, you're alive, Pisces. You're not dead. You still have passion. You still have love. You still can see something that's attractive. Okay, King of Cups. That's really steady energy. So, well done, Pisces. Knowing who you are. We have Capricorn here as well. So if we think about Capricorn, that's very stoic. Think of Marcus Aurelius. Who else was stoic? I can't think of anyone else right now, but just really steady. Someone that is very practical, sees things in that prudent, practical kind of way, isn't shaken much by emotion. It's steady, someone you can count on. So with this King of Cups and this Capricorn energy, that's what you're embodying now. Maybe in the past, when you were young, it was crazy, right? Crying, emotional, volatility all day long. But now it's different. It's you understand what all of these emotions are. You understand that they're not always yours. Most of the time, they're other people's that you're picking up on, or spirits that you're picking up on. But now you're okay, no, that's not anything that I need to engage in. So well done. Ooh, we've got the Two of Cups. So, what kind of romance, attraction are you calling in? I feel that's what you're looking for in emotions now. You want someone steady. Someone who knows what they're feeling, why they're feeling. They're not just vomiting all over you with this emotion. It's steady. It's okay. There's someone that feels deeply, but not in a toxic way. So that's what you're attracted to now. If in the past it was more, let's say, volatile, like Aries, or let's talk about moon signs, Pisces, quite volatile, right? So you're looking for something else now. You want emotional depth, but not emotional chaos. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups. Steady, steady, steady. Okay, prudence again. What we've been talking about. Someone who can look in the mirror and be accountable. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I apologize. That was me being, let's say, messy. And we all do it. It's not that we're perfect and we don't have feelings and we don't get upset. It's how it transpires. It's how you can look at yourself and say, hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I wish I wouldn't have handled it that way. I'm going to do better. And it's not just words, it's in deed. And that's when people know, oh yeah, Pisces is serious. Or if this is that partner energy, you know that there's this maturity emotionally. And that's safety. 11:11. We have Sagittarius as well. So Capricorn and Sagittarius. So check what planets are in those signs. What planets are in those houses. Those are important placements for you going forward. So Sagittarius is about adventure. It's about friendship. Capricorn is about stability and hard work. That's someone you can count on. Okay, so look to those kinds of relationships as being really beneficial for you. Because you deserve to have fun, to have a life, as well as responsibility that's fulfilled. The Lovers. Yeah, this is a choice. Who will you invite into your life? They will have these qualities. Okay. Wow, we have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. So warning and sorrow in this particular deck. And what are these? The Nine of Pentacles, achieving and justice. Okay. So this is energy that you've been through. Nine of Swords oftentimes is anxiety, sleepless nights, worry. What do I do? Three of Swords is just being hurt, wounded, to where you feel it in your body. Okay? And that's been done by love relationships. And this is not a victim thing where it's like they did. Guess what? It takes two. So what did you allow? What did you tolerate? Where did you not speak up? Where did you not stand your ground? So this is taking accountability for your own behavior, what you learned from your childhood. And you're like, ooh, I don't want to do that anymore. So that means you have to do the opposite. That means you have to put in long-term effort to break these habits. Okay? And that's what you're doing with the Nine of Pentacles. This says achieving. This is the Justice card. This is about balancing out karma. Instead of repeating cycles for lifetimes, it's like, okay, maybe I repeated those cycles for like 30 years and then I changed. Then I realized I was calling in certain kinds of behavior. And this is the healing process that we go through. It's not instant. It's not one awakening. It's not one ego death. there's major ones, right? But there's always little small ones as well. So over these past, let's say 9 years, be really proud of yourself for how you have changed, how you have stopped blaming others or putting everything externally and changing yourself. And with that vibrational change, your surroundings changed. The people around you changed. And now there's this feeling of peace, emotional stability, love of self. Even with mistakes, even with flaws, that's the point of it, is to love all the imperfections. Knowing that that's what makes you human and enjoying this human experience, even with difficulties. We have air underneath. So with the 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, that's all air signs, right? Or with swords, it's all air. So it starts in our mind. If you don't like where your mind takes you, you take your mind where you want to go. You're the boss of your mind. Okay? And we are in Aquarius season for a bit more. So, tying up those loose ends, seeing these big pictures of like, oh, that's how I can change. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Fulfilled. King of Cups. It fell right on top of this King of Cups. So it's this emotional fulfillment. And you attract that in by creating it within inside of you. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, again, your mind. Queen of Swords. That's a pair right there. It's meeting others that are on the same vibration, the same mental frequency as you. The perception is similar. Like you just get each other. You're like, oh yeah, I see it like that too. That's nice. Because you're not having to fight or bicker all the time. There's some signs out there that just love to fight. Oh. And if you can handle that, great. But it's exhausting over time. So we have letting go, the 8 of Cups, and the Chariot. So yeah, leaving behind things that just don't feel right, that cause sorrow and anxiety. No. Life is too short. We have Judgment. We have the Hanged One. And we have Water. So again, that goes back to emotions. It's like releasing, you know what? This isn't serving me. This isn't helping me. I really want to get to calmer waters. And if my mind is creating the storm that my emotions have to sail through, let me calm my mind. The tempest is at peace. And that's a judgment call. That's something that you have to say, okay, hey, universe, I hear the horns. I'm answering the call. Because remember, it gets stronger and stronger until we finally, okay, I get it, I hear it, yep. So you have done this. You've moved towards that calmer waters. You've enlightened. You've also surrendered. And I feel like you definitely will be compensated for this, because I'm looking at this Hanged One and it's like they've got money bags in their hands. Okay, and again, achievement, 9 of Pentacles. It's having everything that you need in a very luxurious kind of way where all your needs are met. You're not sharing it with others. You know, that would be like the 10 or 6. But who says you have to? Not right now. You're refilling what you've already given. Replenishing the coffers, okay, of energy. Got Leo energy. That came out in the pre-shuffle too. All right, we have 3 of Wands. So adventuring, this is into the future. It's going to be fun. Aquarius to Leo. Okay, so the end of Aquarius into Leo season. So Leo is July, August. You're going to see just like this uptick. Queen of Cups. Okay, that fell on top of the King of Cups. So around that time, from the end of Aquarius, which we're in, to August, end of Leo, pay attention to who comes in. Someone who is emotionally matched to you, mentally matched to you. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. That's a good place to be. Okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands and Cancer. So definitely could be a Cancer sign. Also Cancer season falls in that place. And this is where you'll take action. Things will go to that next level. Maybe you'll meet them, but nothing serious will happen until Cancer season. Maybe work together at first, and then next thing you know, you're together. But don't poo where you eat. I know. Yeah, that's the saying. So be careful there. Or maybe you do similar type of work. You don't work together, but you do similar type of work. 6 of Cups is sharing. Stealth, 7 of Swords. So things are working out in your favor. This says stealth. So keep it to yourself. 5 of Pentacles. There hasn't been a struggle here. Knight of Swords. Then it goes to succeeding. It goes from struggling to succeeding. So, you know, maybe you were faced with people in the past that lied, wore masks, pretended to be what you needed, but then once the mask came off and the reality showed, you're like, really? Why didn't you just be honest with me? So there is that kind of energy that will always appear. So that's why your discernment is growing, that Queen, King of Swords, because it's like you'll see it, you'll perceive it, and you won't turn a blind eye to it. Because you always knew, you always know when something's not right, but you're just like, let me just try. No more trying. It's like clear. Okay, if you're that way, that's not going to work. No hard feelings. Go your own way. But you won't put in so much time. Okay? So it happened. You know, don't beat yourself up over it. Ooh, we got the Tower. 10 of Wands. Okay, I can't show too much of this Tower. Well, I've been showing other cards. Doesn't matter. Okay. Being pulled back. This Tower looks like that to me. Being pulled back into this heaviness. So be careful about that. Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So that's why in this next phase, Knight of Wands, you take your time. You're not in a rush. This is learning, okay? Pages learn because they're young. Knights are a little bit older, but they still have ways to go. So you're elevating above this. So you've learned, okay, if you look like a page, guess what? You're a page. Acting like a page, page. Knight, yeah, almost, not quite. So you know the characteristics of this now. So the next phase of that would be the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, right? So you're really looking for stability. That's what Pentacles show. So you're learning about what stability is for you. Okay, that's what this Nine of Pentacles is. Emotional stability, mental stability, those are really important in a relationship, because otherwise you're the one that's carrying all this burden and it's too much. It's you sacrificing yourself. So you're not going to go back into that. If someone's immature, they're immature. It's not an age, like in years kind of thing. It's because someone has not been challenged. Someone has been coddled their whole life. That's what creates immaturity. They've never had to do hard things on their own. Okay, they have not had to be stoic. Okay, so you are very keen on that. You pay attention. Okay, what have you experienced? What have you learned? Or these people in this constant loop of looking for someone like you that can rescue them, that can do all the emotional and mental heavy lifting, and they don't have to. They can just spiral, or they can check out in some way. That's a no. You will not carry anything for anyone ever again. Well done, Pisces, because that's hard. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So as you are really clear on your boundaries, what your expectations are, what you will give, what will be given to you, that's what you'll get. And it's coming. The wheel is already turning for this new kind of love. So you're learning about the type of person it will be. Emotionally stable, mentally stable. There's also Capricorn energy. That's steady, it's serious. It's like, I'm going to take life seriously. Yes, I can still have fun, but when someone needs to step up, they will step up. You will not be doing it all on your own. Again, look, we have all these pairs. So it's like both parties taking responsibility and helping each other. That's the key. That is a healthy relationship. And it's the ability to communicate with both parties in like a positive way, not a hurtful way. It's like, hey, can we do this together? It's like a team. It's not a opposing side situation. And it takes someone that's mature. That's not an age thing, it's an experience thing. So So with this Lovers card coming, you know, pay attention to these next several months. Things are going to feel a lot better, a lot more grounded for you. There's a lot of courage here with this Leo energy as well. There is still passion. It's not like it turns into like a fuddy-duddy situation where it's that boring. But there's this stability here that you have a foundation to build on. And no matter what happens, that foundation is always there. All right, Pisces, I like this reading. It had a bit of a, you know, sober tone, but that's nice. We need to recover from all the emotional ups and downs. You know, really take care of your body these next few months. All right. Body, mind, spirit. Okay, Pisces, we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you.